My old home, Nanjing.
Of course, we also checked out some classic Nanjing sites like the nightlife streets and the city wall. But Bagua Island was the real star of the show. It's an obscure island in the Yangtze River where my friend's aunt and Uncle Zhao live. Their hobbies of growing a patio full of flowers and collecting cool little doodads are very similar to my own parents.
Yeah, I like this one. She says they're definitely not as beautiful as your flowers. Is it plastic or is it real? 这个是真的吗？
这是真的，洋洋，你看，这个是真
real,
的
she says.
这叫月尾兰。哎呀，真的，你们来了可。
The flower hobbyists have finally met in person. 她也很喜欢花，看这里也有花。
对，你妈妈说喜欢花吗？那个了，月尾兰正好开了嘛了。我今天早上一看，呀，月尾兰全开了。
哇，漂亮漂亮。
它就是一天，就是花期太短。
You remember why we met, right? Because her deck reminded me of yours, and then we stopped here to take a video. Wow, whoever lives here really likes plants. We're gonna stop and look at this garden. Hello. 你这个院子弄得好美啊。
等花开的时候会更美。
This lady's garden reminded me of my home back in the United States. My mother loves to have all kinds of plants and flowers on the deck.
南京园林是世界文化遗产，它是代表着中国的一种文化。就是过去皇帝身上穿的这种龙袍衣服，都需要有这种工艺来做的。
So back when they had emperors, they would all have this embroidered onto their.
然后我配了一个中国结，不是挺好的吗？是吧？
漂亮漂亮
漂亮吧？我觉得可能你妈妈会喜欢。
Then it was time to head to Uncle Zhao's house for lunch. Since Bagua Island is located in the Yangtze River, it's crisscrossed with dozens of little canals that are a great place to take a stroll.
Look at all the murals. There are dragon boat murals all over the walls. See the murals? And then here are the boats. It has scales on it like a dragon.
你好，你好，
你好，你好，你好。
Welcome to my house. Nice to see you. My name is Joe.
He lived in Africa for 10 years, so he knows some English.
Please.
Come look at his knick-knack collection. Showing the knick-knack lover, Mr. Zhao's knick-knack collection. The plant lovers and knick-knack lovers are uniting today. All kinds of unique alcohol containers. Look, this one's a bamboo. He's got a collection of all kinds of old furniture. He restored this bed. It was falling apart. He restored it. It's like an old rich people bed. Rich people like really dramatic beds. 他说你家像个博物馆 Shell collection. He has a collection of all kinds of little things. And look, this railing is made out of recycled alcohol bottles. He loves to make things out of other things. It's like a little gazebo for sitting and drinking tea.
We're enjoying the gazebo.
Very nice.
这个里面，
他们喜欢这个。
This is inside the not finish.
He's still working on it, but it's close enough.
Nice place to sit.
这些是回收的东西是吗？
对，是的，就是老的，我们说的这个老的家具，一些人家这个不要的。
So it's recycled wood, recycled glass. And speaking of recycled things, oh, the toilet flower pot is blooming. The toilet flower pot. The top's looking good. 漂亮，漂亮。
好漂亮。
You like that?
我也来。
很可爱。
哦，在这。
Two sisters and one brother living a 5-minute walk from each other. It's just like unimaginable in my family because my mother's two brothers, one of them lives a 10-hour drive away and the other one lives a 6-hour plane flight away. And my father also lives like a 7-hour drive away from his sister. And that's just like normal in the US. But here, their whole family is located in this village together and it's so cute.
中国传统的厨房，在我们南方啊，就是很少有了，没有了。
These are really rare in this part of the country now. People usually use like gas-powered ones, but they like to use the Keyblade.
就是我们家一直保留，然后用柴火来烧饭，是吧？
Lunch is underway in the cute little kitchen that is a standalone building. She's cooking some little chicken things for you because she knows y'all can't handle bones or anything.
Oh my gosh!
And this is a vegetable.
我不知道你吃啥。
Lunchtime. They were kind of like nervous to have my parents come over because they were like, they don't know how to cook Western food. And I was like, they like Chinese food, okay? I know they don't like small bones, they don't like spicy, they don't like oily, they don't like intestines, they don't like a bunch of things. but they also do like a lot of other things. So we do not require Western food at every meal. Also, in my personal opinion, Chinese Western food is one of the worst genres of food on this earth. So, anyway,
Let's go.
lunch time. 很高兴我父母终于来你们这里了，这么多年了。
So I already know what a lot of y'all are going to be asking in the comments. Why would I take my parents to this random island instead of to some more famous destinations like the Avatar Mountains or the Great Wall?
The thing is, my parents don't really love traveling. They did not come to China to see any particular tourist spot. They just were very curious about my life. They want to know what my life is like here in China and what it is that is keeping me here year after year. So we spent a lot of time in Xinjiang with my husband and his family. We spent a lot of time in Hangzhou, which is the place I currently live. So why did Bagua Island make the cut? It's because when I was living in Nanjing for those 3 years getting my master's degree, my life really revolved around like PowerPoints and lab buildings, and I was just in this university every single day. But I still felt so drawn to rural China. So I would go on runs or go on bike rides in villages on the outskirts of the city. I was always trying to just get like little scraps of spare time to go explore random villages. And at the beginning, it was pretty surface level, just running around looking at stuff. But eventually I did meet Aunt and Uncle Zhao, and then they would invite me and my friend back every couple of months. So I was consistently getting this chance to be immersed in rural China. And that really meant a lot to me because at the time, living in a village was something that was just so like impossible to achieve. And yet I kept getting this chance to get away from the rat race in the university and return to this quiet, serene little island. And it's not just about the aesthetic of a village, it's also about being warmly welcomed into the life of a local person. For example, spending Dragon Boat Festival together, or spending Chinese New Year together, or cooking food together, drinking tea together. I've just had like so many lovely memories in Aunt and Uncle Zhao's house, and I really wanted to share that with my parents. And that is why I chose to bring them there. But I am also going to take my parents to some aesthetic tourist destinations for their final 2 days. We are going to Suzhou to see the canals and see the gardens and some beautiful classic architecture, and that is going to be coming up in my next vlog, so stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be chatting with them about their final thoughts on their China experience and how they feel about their son-in-law and all those topics that everyone has been very curious about. So if you are interested, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.